Alright, I guess I'm recording now. Cool. Alright. So yeah, let's take this idea and make something out of it. I want a better kick this time. That's a big, deep one. Okay. Oops, this is on Justin TV, by the way. But it'll be uploaded to YouTube, this particular section. But if you're watching on YouTube, you already know. What is the session going to entail? Who knows? Last time we started out with some sort of acid techno-y thing, and the other one we started out, then we ended with an Animals remix. That was pretty fun. Okay, I'm gonna loop that. Maybe I'll try a different kick. Maybe that one. I'll zoom in. Yeah, that one has a bit more metatarian to it. Clean up that bass a little bit. Alright. Now we had a bunch of percussion we were looking at. Is that called Hitler? Okay. There we go. I love these little sampled chirps they got going on. Weird. We don't need that. Maybe we'll take some of this one. That's a good one. Yeah, basically just finding clamps. This is more of a darker techno. So we have this clap here. I want to fix it up. Alright, so you have attack. Right, very squishy. We increase the attack, we get more clicky punchiness to it. Alright, and then we'll give the clap a bit of air. It needs air. Go feed your cats, please. Alright, and this part in particular. What the heck was that? That was the weirdest thing that ever happened. Turn it to high. It's all about that decay time. Alright, let's add another compressor for the side chainings. Could be a bit difficult, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, there's two little things in there. Ends too abruptly. There we go. I had a sidechain on the clap because the clap kind of starts here, and I like to have the kick take full force. Bam. Yeah. So naturally, I'm a fan of hi-hats. The closed variety. But I'm gonna spice it up. I'll make this one short. I'll bring the volume down slightly. Right, so we have, you know, happy hi-hats. But a happy hi-hat there. Got a bit of a groove there, which is quite groovy. I like grooves. And we'll add a ride. Yeah, I want one that's more like that. I'll shorten that up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pan them and make them a bit more sonically compatible by high passing. Wide sound, which is good. Okay, let's try to find an effect just for fun. Very neat. Very neat. That talks well to that. So we'll make all these, well, both of these sonically compatible. So we have, I guess, our main idea. So I'll consolidate. Stop it. Alright, so I like to have these tracks just kind of start out with just the kick and bass, so you know what you're getting into. I'll loop them. And then we can add a bit of variation here. Let's clap right. Very neat. Yeah, I'm just moving stuff over. Okay, I'm going to do that. So now I'm going to add some interesting soundy sounds. My velocity curve, it is log 1 default. So I don't know. Pad threshold is -5. Okay, so I'm gonna make this more bleep 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 bleep. I hear you. Jamaica.
Hi, people.
Wild wife games.
A wild wife.
Yeah.
What you working on?
I'm just doing like one of the full videos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. No. I'll wrap up soon. Okay. Imager Remix Fancy doing a Picado track like Lizard from his first album. Holy crap, that's probably, maybe, I don't know. I might be able to remix something like that. Picado. Yeah, pads are kind of weird. Okay. Just trying to add atmosphere. Don't mind me. Time for filtering. Add another EQ after the compressor. This out to the side bands. Jordan Roots, he's been playing piano since he was in the womb. What I'm doing with the filter, it's a simple high-pass filter, and I'm just cutting out all the low end for the beginning part, and yeah, I just linked it to an XY controller just because the filter frequency and the peak or resonance, and it's set to a high-pass and gentle. Gentle. I can do a bit more of a filter sweep with this one. There. We'll do that. Timeless is actually pretty cool. White mix, yeah. Very neat. I'm gonna have this as like a source of fabulousness. What the heck? Borkin? What the heck did I do? Yeah. Okay. How do I do plugins? XY controller, it has an X axis and a Y axis, kind of like Xbox or your PlayStation controller or whatever you use. You'll have a value of X or Y, and it's like a graph. So, where was it? So like, just moving it from here to here just opens the filter. Moving it up and down just increases the peak or the resonance. So what you can do is you can, with like one thing, you can increase the resonance and the peak at the same time. Right? So like, yeah, it's basically you're affecting two things at once with one thing. X and Y axis. Kind of like a macro. Yeah, just think of it like you're controlling like Mario and Mario 64. If you want to move forward and left at the same time, you'd hold the controller forward and then slightly left, like diagonally. That makes any sense. So you would get an input of both forward and left, and that way, you know, you'd be moving forward and left. You'd be controlling two parameters with the same motion of the ocean. I'm terrible at explaining that. It's all math. Or basic directional 2D spaces. This track's pretty basic, but whatever. Yeah. But yeah, it's exactly like a macro controller. You can map it to anything. So yeah, like a macro, you can map multiple parameters to a single knob. This is where you're mapping two parameters to an XY controller, to like a joystick. I'm sure there's like 1.5 million people that could explain it better than me. But it's all good. Let's get some downlifters. Yeah, so we'll take this. Oops, we won't do that. No. Yeah, that one sounds a bit better. You pitch him down. And that way, you get it sounding pretty different. And you know me, I like my reverb. No animals again? No animals. Can't be that bad. Cool. Techno is just so fun to make. I used this exact same effect yesterday. Fire's pretty cool. I like him. you actually end up using your virus mesh anymore? Yeah, I still use it basically every day. I don't use it that much for this kind of music, but I do use them. They are quite fantastic. Show automation. That's pretty fun. Thinking of upgrading MPK49. You're upgrading from a MIDI controller to a synthesizer? More sounds. How often do you use samples compared to creating your own? Think about what you're saying there. What's wrong with that sentence? The nature of a sample. Think about the nature of a sample, and then... Yeah, but, you know, how do you create your own samples? Pre-made samples. What are you guys talking about? Think about it. Samples. You sample something. Do you create your own samples? So like using a synth to make a kick drum? Yeah, I've done that. Using... you know, the 909 emulation. It's like, why? It's like the weirdest question ever. It's like an oxymoron. A moron of oxys. I use them samples. I'm sure you could, you know, spend a day making some bleepity bloops, but where would that leave you? Let's get a sample pack and go to town, I guess. So, I don't know. If you were to make your own samples, you would go back in time and be in a band, and then a couple years later sample yourself. You got any advice on how to set up a record label? I noticed you have one. I have many. You have to make music. And get a distributor. And that's it, really. Pre-made samples. That sounds silly too, I think. That doesn't make any sense to me. Pre-made samples. You sampled something before you sampled it. Samples are there to use, so use them. No holds barred. If it sounds good, use it. I don't necessarily use presets a lot, though. I'd like to make my own synth sounds, if that's what you mean. But if I find one that works, I use it, of course. How much do you have to pay out? What are you talking about? To set up a label? This isn't 1993. I'm just being silly. And I think, I don't know. Yeah, I should stop being so narcissistic sounding, or dickheadish. Yeah, you don't need to pay out anything, unless you want to go, like, hard copy everything. That's a different story. You need more than a Facebook page. But there's some distributors out there that'll hook you up. You can use Harmor for Image Line to resample samples. Resampling the samples before you sample them. Pre-made samples. I have samples that aren't even made yet that I'm using. They're pre-made. This is disastrous. But yeah, moral of the story, you don't have to pay out anything. What do you feel has more success, your YouTube videos or your actual music? I like my YouTube channel these days. What am I doing? Yeah, I think that's it for now. Let's sample this. Do you have to copyright everything though? No, the second you make it, it's copywritten. You don't need to like copyright every single thing you do. Use sample silence. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means. I'm such an idiot. That feel. So what are you doing? Range? So smooth. I like how it's all set up for you. Bring the threshold down, the L2, then you're done. Hooray!